Hello everyone, so it is time for a new video and I'm just gonna do a quick intro because it's all happened already and I never actually made an intro. So this is gonna be a fun little reading vlog. I'm gonna read some anticipated releases, romance, and other fun things, and I'm gonna be visiting my family. You're gonna see my cats a lot and it's gonna be a great time. But before I fully get into the video, I'm just gonna very briefly say that I've done a little channel rebrand and I'm actually really excited about it. So I've been thinking a lot, I've been wanting a fresh start and I realized I just want, something new. And so I renamed the channel and it's now gonna be Nicole's Comfort Reads. Because I just wanted my name in the title and I also just wanted it to be an actually bookish title. Because the way that it originated, it did not even start as a booktube channel. It was just gonna be a vlog channel. And then I just never changed the name. And I just realized I can literally do that. So yeah, I'm not gonna explain it that much. You don't need to hear all that, but I hope you all liked it. I did a little new design. Without any further ado, let's jump into the reading vlog. Hello everyone. So I look very rough. I literally woke up 2 seconds ago because I just got a super exciting package. I barely even managed to get up to pick it up because I did not know that I was hoping it would come today and I was hoping it would come in the morning so that I would have time to start reading before work. There was no time of the delivery yet or anything. And this is literally, I think, these are two of my top 5 most anticipated releases of the year. And so I was like, bro, I can't even, I'm barely awake, but I have to film this update even though I look like this and I'm barely awake because I need to show you my reaction opening these and I need to read them immediately. So, the package is a little bit squished, but I don't even care. I don't know how to get in there. I've literally been counting the days for this and oh my god, okay. It's been so long since I ordered such an exciting package. Okay, I'm not even ready to see these. Oh my god. So the first one, they're so beautiful. First one is Spiral by Bel Cabra. And oh my gosh. And the other one is Out of the Woods by Hannah Bonam Young. And so these are from a website called The Works. And I can't believe they used to have really random most popular books or just books that I've never heard of in my life, and then they started selling a lot of things that I really want and doing these sprayed edges, and I don't know how it works exactly, but yeah, and I couldn't find it at the actual store and I was losing my mind, and so I ordered it online. And it was a little bit risky because I'm about to go on my trip to see my family literally after tomorrow. Oh my god, I'm so excited for that. And so I was like, shit, is it gonna get delivered on time? But it was supposed to, and it did. I'm literally speechless. So first of all, these are both, of course, illustrated by Lenny Kaufman. I'm obsessed with the covers, but also I'm obsessed with the authors. And so Hannah Bonam Young, I've read literally all of her books and adored every single one, and so I know this is gonna be the best thing ever. And it's about an established couple, and they were high school sweethearts. They've been together since they were 14, and now it's 10 or even 15 years later, and they join a week-long wilderness expedition to help them reconnect in this heartfelt companion novel to Out on the Limb. Ooh, I didn't realize it was connected to that. So, oh my gosh, but also and he has glasses as well. I love glasses so much. And anyways, yeah. Remember when I said I'm still asleep? Yeah, and this one is Spiral by Belle Cabra is the companion sequel to Collide, and so that is the only book that I've read by this author and the only one she's written, but I loved that one so much. And so like I'm basically just as excited for this cuz I really love sports romance, just like literally everyone in the past 2 years, but I haven't found like a lot of favorites in it, you know? Like I loved Collide, adore Liz Tomford, like absolutely one of my favorites as well. And then I loved Cross the Line by Simone Sultani, who also has a new release coming out soon, and it's illustrated by Lenny Kaufman. That's about it. That's literally all that I can think of. All that I can think of right now. And so, yes. But this also is a hockey player and a ballerina. And so, like, I feel like I desperately want to explore more sports and sports romance. And I think it would be awesome if there was more variety, you know? And yeah, so I feel like these two actually are like two sides of things that I love in romance, and I don't know exactly the details because obviously I haven't read them, and this one could be of course different from Collide. And I was actually at a book club and one of the girls there was saying that she read this and she read Collide as well, and that this one is a little bit different, feels a little bit more like, I don't know if she said mature, and just like a little bit slower, but not in a bad way. And so it could be like a little bit more emotional or something like that. But I feel like what I'm trying to say anyways is that Hannah Bonham Young's, is that how you say it when it's two last names? Anyways, Hannah's books are super emotional, super meaningful, relatable, like they go deep into like the human psyche. And Collide was like just a super, super addicting, fun, wonderful romance. And it still has amazing characters, you know, still has like emotional moments, but it's just incredibly fun. And so this could of course be like more emotional, or you know, but it was the type of sports romance that I love. And I feel like I have not been reading books in the vibes that I want, and I really do need to like expand on the things that I read. And this doesn't like actually expand anywhere beyond my comfort zone, but it is something I know I'm gonna love with every fiber of my being. And they have these beautiful straight edges, and I don't know what something about the covers, I don't know, like they feel so smooth and they're just insanely beautiful. What the fuck do I read first? Oh my god. Like I literally am so torn right now, but I want to start it like literally right now. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna turn off the camera, see how I feel, and I'll talk to you probably tonight. Hello everyone. So sorry about that shit angle, and I really do need to fill up that shelf. I have been wanting to reorganize all my shelves for ages. But that is a project and a problem for another day. So it is the next day, and I've been reading Spiral, and I'm getting close to the halfway point now. I'm on page 148, and I'm obsessed with it. It is wonderful. And so let's talk about, you know, the plot. And I don't have a lot of time. I am about to leave to go to work. I'm gonna have an exciting stop along the way because I realized, I don't know, like I was aware of it, but I didn't like fully realize what was happening, which is that today is the release date of Deep End by Ali Hazelwood. And the second it hit me that it's today, I was like, shit, you know what? I need to go to the bookstore, because just like these books, like that's something I've been waiting for so long. And these three books are literally, I think, my top. Okay, I can think of one thing that I'm just as excited for, but these are literally my like most exciting releases of the year, at least in the first half. And so like I'm thriving, you know, best time of my life, honestly. And yeah, so I need it immediately, and honestly that is the book I really want to read on the plane. And I was thinking that it could be on at the airport, but I don't really want to risk it. And then like when I go home, I could obviously go to the bookstore as well, but I wasn't sure what day, and I don't want to wait, you know? And so yeah, that's gonna be a little adventure. So I need to shut the fuck up about that so that I can actually have time to do that. But let's talk about Spiral first. So this is of course a sports romance as well, and we have Elias and Sage. Elias is a hockey player and Sage is a ballerina, like I already said. And they basically, they don't know each other, but Sage is the niece of, wait, I forgot the role of, her uncle has something to do with the team. I forgot his exact role. So he knows the team, and so she has a connection to the team through him. And so she comes to this auction, and Elias's best friend, who was the hero in Collide, asks her, because the auction is basically, the auction is to get a date with Elias. And his best friend asks her if she can like win the auction and he'll pay for it. Because there's like a lot of creepy fans basically that want to get the date. And so she ends up agreeing, and they don't, like, the first impression of him is not amazing, because basically, honestly, he is just, like, really uncomfortable and, around the public, and he's had bad experiences. He's super guarded for multiple reasons that I don't think we've even fully dove into at this point of the book. And so, you know, so he does not trust people easily, but he is a sweetheart, you know? And so at first, you know, Sage is like, okay, whatever. And so she actually proposes a fake dating scheme that he sort of rejects. And so then she's like, okay, yeah, it was a terrible idea, fuck you. And then he tries to convince her again. Because she basically needs help with, like, gaining a bigger following on social media so that she can actually get what she auditions for, because there's, you know, a big problem that they don't give auditions to the best people, but they give auditions to the most known people and all their shit. And Elias wants to be seen as a boyfriend instead of, you know, like a fuckboy that they make him out to be, and he's literally not whatsoever. So that is the vibe. And then something happens that throws them into being roommates as well. And they do live with, like, some of the teammates. I do actually really like that because, of course, I'm a big roommates trope stan, and so I love where, like, obviously I love it when they live alone. But this just adds, like, a fun layer to it, you know? And I really do like the side characters in this that were in Collide as well. And it's just so much fun. And another part to this that is really meaningful is that Sage has never really had a lot of love in her life, both platonically, romantically, friendships, all of that. And so she has had it very difficult. And there's nothing more beautiful than when a, you know, character who's been through a lot found family. And, you know, so, like, Elias's friends all welcome her, and it's just so sweet. And he is, of course, so sweet and beautiful and lovely. And I just love them so much. And Sage is also hilarious, like, the things that she says, the way she flirts and all those things. I love her so much. And so they're perfect for each other. And also, Elias cooks for her, which is just, like, I think, like, one of my ultimate love languages. So I'm obsessed with it. And yeah, so I'm gonna need to shut up now, because I really need to go. But I will be reading this on the bus, to work, back from work, and then in the evening. So honestly, I don't know. Like, I'm not gonna pressure it, but there is a chance I could finish this before I leave tomorrow. But again, like, no pressure, because I always, like, make myself panic, you know? Because then I'm like, I can't take all these books with me. Like, but I'm obsessed with this book. So, yeah. So let's go get Deep End, get some work over with, and then it's gonna be time for the trip, and so much reading and so much fun, and I'm just very happy right now.
Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in
So it is time for an update. It is the next day. I talked to you last night, right? I think. But I am just about to get ready for the airport. And I have not read a single page today. And this is exactly what happened to me last time. Because, like, basically, I'm used to normally taking very early morning flights. But the past few that I did were in the evening and, like, around 6 p.m., you know? And so, like, I don't know what to do with myself all day because, like, I'm just so excited but, like, in an incredibly restless way, and I can't focus on anything for the life of me. And so honestly, I think I'm just gonna go to the airport a little bit earlier because then I think at the airport I'll actually be able to read. But right now, like, it's not happening. And so I have not read, I think, more of this. A little bit more maybe. I'm on page 221, so I don't remember what I told you last time. But still obsessed, but obviously didn't finish it, which is fine. I didn't expect to anyways, so yeah. And now that I think about it, I did not update you last night. Cause I got Deep End by Ali Hazelwood. So like I said, I timed it so that I could pick it up before work, and I timed it perfectly. But I have not read anything from this, and like this will be the second I finish Spiral, I am picking this up because of course I am dying for Out of the Woods, but that one I think is gonna be a little bit more like, you know, like emotional, deeper, slower, and I don't want to be thinking about Deep End while I'm reading this, you know, because I want to fully enjoy both of these. And Deep End is just giving me like the super deep excitement where I'm just like, I was buzzing with like the second I saw it at the bookstore, I was just like dying, you know, but I'm obsessed with everything about this. I will be devouring it, and it just feels like Ali Hazelwood wrote this one for me, you know, like not like me, like only me, but like she wrote this for me because like I have like here's the thing. I've heard a lot of people say that they want Ali Hazelwood to branch out and that she writes a lot of the same things, and I think the only like I can see their point. But while I don't feel like that, but obviously she has mainly written things about like, you know, with the STEM settings in different ways. And while I love that she does that for other people, it is not something I have a personal connection to. Still absolutely love her books, to be clear. I've literally given all of them basically like 5 stars or 4. And so she is one of my absolute favorite authors. However, I actually love swimming. I like think she's gonna like, I think this will be one of my favorite sports romances. Like everything about this cover, like, are you serious? You know, like I'm all about the covers where characters are on there, but the hands, I'm not even gonna say anything. Like it speaks for itself, you know? And then I noticed there's the little like heart here on the spine. And I am obsessed with everything about this. The vibe of this is like screaming my name. And I like, oh my gosh, I'm reading this immediately. It is a little bit longer. It's 440 pages. And honestly, hell yeah. I want every single one of those pages. And so, yeah, so I just need to finish packing, and then I think I'm like gonna slowly start moving there. I also reorganized this shelf. Like it actually looked nice, but I put Out of the Woods on display here. That's why this hole is there, but I actually really like it. And you can't really see, it's a little bit more like purple here and like light green and whatever. And so I really like it. I've been wanting to reorganize it for 1,000 years. So did that, and I cleaned my room a little bit, and that is the height of the productivity. So I'm gonna shut up and I'm gonna go finish getting ready, and I'm gonna go to the airport, and I will see you when I'm back home. You're gonna see my cats. I'm gonna see my cats, and I'm so ready. And I will shut up.
Let me float around. Eyes closed, like we're dreaming even when we're not. You and me got a whole other meaning, I don't know how. You and me just know how it feels when we're falling in love. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning.
So it's time for an update. I have made it And I feel like the lighting is not amazing, but hopefully it's gonna be better next time. I want to talk to you. It is obviously late in the evening. It is like 8 p.m. It's the next day. I got here yesterday. And I do have some updates. I did not have time to read today yet because I was out all day basically. But I did finish Spiral yesterday on the plane. So I did not, my little plan to finish this on the airport and read this on the plane didn't work out, which is not surprising. I was just kind of like running around the airport for no reason. I was just really restless, you know, and whatever, but I did read this on the plane and it was wonderful. I loved it so much. I don't know if I have like any new groundbreaking thoughts, and I don't want to say I liked this more than Collide, but I think I liked them just as much, just in different ways, because this one definitely is a lot more slow burn, a lot more emotional, and not even painful, but it does dive deep into their painful emotions, and I absolutely loved how they like healed a lot on their own and together, and how they fit together so well. And they were just meant for each other, you know, and just so good for each other. And it was just such a pleasure to see them fall in love and become friends at first as well. Because they do, like, you know, Sage is very hesitant about Elias. She absolutely does not want to trust him. But it was so wonderful that, you know, to see them create the space for each other where they could trust each other, even though they were both scared in their own ways. And so, absolutely loved it. Highly recommend this. I do feel like sports romances these days generally do tend to go in the very like lighthearted, super fun territory. And so I think if you like sports romance but you want something more emotional and deeper, this is absolutely perfect for that. And I cannot wait for more books by Bell Cabra. Like, it is a wonderful experience to read books with a new author as they publish them, but I do love it when obviously authors have big backlists so that they can, you know, have more to read. But that's, you know, it's okay. It's gonna evolve, I hope, very soon. I really hope that Bell Cabra publishes something else very soon. I do need to check if there's any, like, announcements or anything. I haven't heard anything, but I am hoping, and I do believe this is not the last of the series, so absolutely obsessed. And yeah, so these are my thoughts right now, and I have not started Deep End. Like, I'm dying for it, but it's the kind of feeling where I'm like, you know, I didn't want to wait another second, but now I'm just like, you know, the second I start it, I'm gonna be sucked in. And tomorrow I have plans as well. During the weekend, tomorrow's Friday, and then during the weekend I think I'm mostly gonna be home, and so I can read, you know, a lot, but not tomorrow. So yeah, but I still think I'm gonna start it tonight because, like, I don't want to wait longer than that. But there is actually an ebook that I'm reading. I'm not gonna talk super a lot about it because it's coming out in August, but I will mention it to you because I'm obsessed with it, and it is Well Actually by Maisie Eddings. I adore Maisie Eddings. I've literally read every single one of her books, and I think the past two I actually read as ARCs, and so I'm so happy I got this one. Like, I'm always torn about, you know, I want to read it immediately, and I want to wait for the physical copy. I can't wait for the day that I'm going to get physical ARCs. It's only happened like once by a miracle. So yeah, one day, but for now, it's a little bit of a, you know, internal battle. But this one, I was like, August is far away, and so then I'm gonna still buy the copy and I'm gonna reread it, you know, and so I'm reading it. I'm obsessed with it. Maisie Eddings compared this to like having the vibe of the Chicken Shop Date, especially the like Andrew Garfield episode. And so if you know, you know. And I don't know if the book was actually inspired by Chicken Shop Date, or if that, like, I'm guessing it was because it is a little bit similar, quite a bit similar actually. And so basically the heroine in this has a hot dog like celebrity show where she eats hot dogs and talks to random celebrities. It's not like super popular, but like it's a little bit, you know, it's like it's there. And she also does her own, like, I don't know if it's actually articles or like her own videos. And so she is a little bit like, she is not feeling very fulfilled in her career, and she wants it to get, you know, bigger and develop. She's not actually really, you know, that into the hot dog show. She's a little bit tired of it. And so she's a little bit lost, and she gets drunk and posts a video about her ex, who is now like a popular TikToker. And then he like replies to it, and they make her do, you know, an episode on her show with him, and it is so much fun. She is very like snarky and angry and she is very angry at him because he basically like broke her heart. I think he was like one of the first guys, if not the first guy, that she actually really liked, and then he ghosted her, and so now he basically wants to prove to her that he's better now, and he actually really likes her. Maisie described it as, you know, she hates him, he's obsessed with her, and so he is pining hard, and she's like, I don't want anything to do with you, but she can see that he is, you know, he seems to be quite kind and caring, and she's like, I don't like this, I'm not attracted to you at all, you know, and so it is so much fun. It is just so much fun. I think I'm at like 30-ish%, and it is super addicting and hilarious. I absolutely love Maisie Eddings, so yeah, I think I'm gonna mention it when I finish it, because again, it is not coming out for a while, and yeah, but you, like, trust me, it's gonna be worth the wait. But that's actually not it. I have a quick little book haul. So no, I did not manage to buy all of this today. These were actually books that my sister got me for Christmas, but she had to get them after I left, and then obviously you know, we haven't seen each other since, and I'm very excited about it. Two of the books I actually forgot what they were, and it was a wonderful discovery of what it was. One of those being Morbidly Yours by Ivy Fairbanks. So I have read this. Absolutely adored it. Like literally one of my favorite romances. Highly recommend it. The hero in this has to get married to get his inheritance. The heroine is grieving the loss of her husband, and she moves to Ireland, and they are neighbors, and he's very shy and keeps to himself. She is more of like a sunshiny vibe, super sweet and kind, and he is also an undertaker. I think that is the, yeah, undertaker. And so then they make a deal that she's gonna help him find his wife, and let's just say she will do more than help him with that. And so I absolutely love this romance. It is incredible. It is soft and sweet, emotional and steamy and fun and wonderful. Everything I could ask for. So I'm so happy to have this in my hands, and I will absolutely be rereading it super soon. Next one, I'm obsessed with this cover, and it is Don't Let It Break Your Heart by Maggie Horn. And the cover art is by Sherry L and designed by Gabi Horn. And so obsessed with this. I don't actually know anything about it. But the line on here says, she just met her dream girl, so did her ex-boyfriend. And the first line on the back is, you only get one soulmate and I'm not throwing mine away. So I'm very excited. So this is YA and it's sapphic romance. And yeah, I'm absolutely planning on reading this. Really want to read this around Valentine's Day. And so if it's gonna be this vlog, because I do want to do at least 2 while I'm here, then, you know, you'll hear me talk about it soon. Then I have this one, which is They Hate Each Other by Amanda Woody, and I'm actually not sure. I thought this was YA as well. Yeah, okay, it is YA. It says high school is hard enough without falling for your worst enemy. So I know that Amanda Woody has one other book that is also gorgeous out, and I want to read it. I feel like I have not been reading a lot of YA recently, and I want to fix that. I want a better balance in the things that I read, which I keep talking about, but I need to keep reminding myself, you know? And last one is Belladonna by Adeline Grace. I also keep talking about how I need to read fantasy again, and I just really need to tackle it in a way that just works best for me. This one I think is gonna be quite, hopefully, like, easy to read. I have heard good things. I've heard the good things from people I think I trust. And so I have high hopes I'm actually gonna enjoy this. So I'm pretty sure it's a series. I need to double check on that if they're like a normal series. But they are saying that it's darkly twisted and deliciously gothic. The romance and the relationships are pitch perfect. Okay, and that is said by Renee Ahdieh, whose books I actually really enjoyed. So, okay, and I do also need to know, I think this is YA, but it could be like, you know, new adult as well. So I'm gonna find out. And I actually really want to read this soon. So that is that. I'm gonna shut up. And I think we're gonna like watch a movie with my mom or something. And so I'm not sure how much I'm gonna read today, but I will absolutely keep reading Deep End. And I will be reading, well, actually, at the times that I can't really read a physical book. So I'm gonna shut up now, and I'll talk to you very soon.
Fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. We can do nothing at all. So what? If you're stupid, then you know it's nothing wrong. But you and me got a whole other meaning I don't
Hello everyone, so it is time for a quick little car update. If you know me, you know I love doing those, and I do not have my own car, so I can only do it when I'm here. And I don't have a lot to update you on, but I had a great time with my best friend. I did start Deep End, and I'm obsessed with it, but I only read 20 pages. Still fully feeling like it is gonna be perfect for me, and I am absolutely going to be diving into that tonight and this weekend, and I'm so happy about it. However, I got a book. I was actually fully planning on it. This book literally came out maybe either this week or last week, and I was thinking about it. I didn't have time to get it before my trip, and I am not like on a book buying ban, but I do feel like I've been buying books faster than I read them, and like at a big scale. And I know that's normal for a lot of people, but it started feeling like it's getting away from me and I'm not in control of it, and I don't like that. And so I want to just focus on buying new books only when I'm really sure I'm going to read it either immediately or within like 2 or 3 weeks, you know? And this book is absolutely like that, and it is Beg, Borrow, or Steal by Sarah Adams, and this is actually the first book that I have physically by Sarah Adams, which is another motivator to buy this. And I wasn't sure if they would have it at the bookstore, but I had high hopes, and they did, and they only had one copy, and so it was meant to be, and I got it. So my camera stopped recording for some reason. I hope that it was recording fine before. But I was saying that I don't know. I love Sarah Adams's books, and I finally need it. This is her most recent one, and I feel like it's gonna be incredible. I don't remember the plot, but I have been hearing amazing things, and I've completely fallen in love with her books. They're so comforting, so fun, lighthearted, and wonderful. And so I need this. And this, yeah, so I can absolutely see myself reading it super soon. And yes. So with that, I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna do a lot of reading, cuddle my cats, like all that good stuff. And I do actually feel really motivated to write as well, which is not something I need to talk about a lot. But I do want to mention it, even in one sentence, you know, because it is something that is incredibly important to me, and I've been trying to come up with a good routine. And while, like, yes, I'm on vacation, writing is something that when I put aside, like, all the pressures, you know, the thoughts of like being most productive, it is one of the things that I love doing most in the world, and that is something I need to stop forgetting. And so yeah, so I'm gonna try to find a good balance between reading and writing, but either way I'm gonna be doing a lot of both, and I actually have a lot of time this weekend, so I'm gonna shut up now and I will talk to you very soon. Hello everyone, so it's finally time for an update. I did not talk to you for a few days. I was just mostly at home, and I wasn't in the mood to put makeup on, and yes, I could film without makeup on, but I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna read, I'm just gonna chill, I'm not gonna pressure myself. But I am excited to talk to you about Deep End by Ali Hazelwood. I devoured this. I finished it. I read the whole thing. Again, of course, I wanted to update you halfway through, but you know, I think I need to get better at like, yes, I want to share everything, especially books that I'm super excited for, books that I really know I'm gonna love. But at the same time, it's like, I'm gonna talk about it no matter what. And it's like, do I actually have to share the entire experience, or can I just like, you know, rave about it afterwards or whatever? So anyways, I read this whole thing, I adored it, and let's talk about it. So obviously a lot of people have been talking about this, and I really enjoyed it. I do think that this has more of an energy of, is it called Not in Love or something like that? The most recent release by Ali Hazelwood. I think this definitely has that energy, like, I don't know how to put it into words. If you have read all of her books, I think you understand. There's just like a little bit of a vibe. It feels like, I don't know if more mature is the right way. I don't even think they're necessarily like steamier, because like she always had like some smut in her books, but it's kind of about the energy around everything and the way that the characters like fall in love. Like there's like a lot of chemistry and tension, but there's also like this deep connection. And again, I don't really know how to define it. It is a very specific feeling, but again, like you just need to read it to like feel that, you know? But I really enjoyed it. I loved it, and it was different than I expected. So I thought that it would go even further into the like the sports romance vibes, and they're definitely there. Like they're absolutely there. You know, they are around, you know, the swimming pool all the time and training like all day every day, you know. And so it is a very big part of the story. It's a big part of who they are in very different ways. So we have Lucas and Scarlett is a diver and Lucas is a swimmer. And Lucas has like so many medals. He's incredible, you know, all that stuff. And super well known. And Scarlett is, she basically recovered from an injury and she's just training again. And she's physically okay, but mentally she's not entirely fine. And so she needs to kind of like, you know, explore that and heal those parts of her. And I loved it. Like we absolutely have like Lucas is obsessed with her. He is like there from the get-go and I really liked their dynamic. It's not there's no specific trope I would use to describe them. Like they both feel a little bit like quiet but just like still really amazing friends and they're caring and they actually have a lot in common and I felt like they fit together so well. And one thing that this explores is like some like BDSM dynamics. The fact that they both like similar things in those ways. And there's basically like a whole thing right at the beginning of the story that Lucas had an ex-girlfriend that he was with for a long time and they break up at the beginning of the story and she is also a diver and she becomes Scarlett's best friend. And so there was a lot of that. I'm not gonna like say anything more because I don't want to spoil anything, but it was a part of the story that I, for the most part, actually really enjoyed. I felt like if there's like, you know, like two women and a guy in like the super stereotypical stories, a lot of the time, you know, the women are pitted against each other and all that shit. And I'm not a supporter of that. And this definitely didn't feel like it. Like there were parts of it I wish were different, but it also just kind of made sense anyways. And so I actually just really enjoyed that. And so I really liked the side characters. They weren't like a super big part of the story, but they were there and they left a mark. And yeah, so I loved this. That is that. And I have been very conflicted about what to read next. I have like 4 of the physical books, or I think that's around that number, and I really want to read all of them. I've been really just feeling like reading physically, especially when I've been home, obviously, but I am like, I don't know. I don't know what I want. Like, I started the fantasy romance, I started a YA romance, and then I was like, you know what, no, I'm gonna read Out of the Woods, and I'm just like, I cannot physically read all of it at the same time, so what am I gonna do, you know? I do have an ebook that was like a very easy choice to make, which is Just for Tonight by Rosie Adams. This is gonna be a reread for me, and it's literally like a short story. I don't think it's even a novella. It's like 60 pages or something, and I want to reread that because it's been a long time. And this is like a short story that gives you a taste of the characters. Loved it. Don't remember much. That's why I want to read it again. But Rosie is coming out with the full-length novel, or at least it's gonna be like a longer story. I don't know how long it will actually be. It's coming out this month, and so I want to remember, you know, what that was about before I read that, because if it comes out, I'm gonna read it immediately without reading this. I know myself, you know, and so I want to do that because I don't know exactly the date. I don't think it's been announced, but I'm so excited. Rosie has not been publishing super often recently, and now she seems to be getting back to it, and I could not be happier. And so that is at least one thing that I know I want. But I have like a bunch of audiobooks that I've been really struggling with, so even more than the physical books, to be honest. And so like I'm not gonna go in depth about that, but I will tell you 2 or 3 options. So I do not like Audible. I don't actually use it. I don't ever use it, but I do use it once in a while for a little, you know, free trial. And they do actually have quite a lot in the like Audible Plus catalog. I think there's more than there used to be. And so there's quite a few things I'm interested in. and I want to read them as fast as possible because I don't really want to, you know, have this for another month. And so there is Still Hung Up on You by Liz Maverick, which has some sort of like, they communicate through calls, and I don't know if it's like a second chance romance, I think. And so they have to call each other for like some specific reason, and then they fall in love. And this is like in a Dolby Atmos, what's it called? Format or whatever, and they're actually really cool. Like, that is the one thing I think is worth listening to on Audible, that like they do basically sound effects, and there's a cast for every single character, and it is super immersive. It does feel like a movie just in your ears, and it is a really cool experience. And so they have a lot on that, and the main thing I recommend when it comes to that is Cara Bastone. She is absolutely incredible. Like, there's no one like her. I love those audiobooks like more than any other audiobook. And but this one, they are super short a lot of the time as well. So this is literally like, and I have another one that's even shorter that's called The Wedding Proposal by John Swansinger, which looks cute, and it's literally like under 2 hours. And then I have like a full book that just came out that I'm super excited for, which is Misdirected by Lucy Parker. So I love Lucy Parker. She writes amazing celebrity romances, and this one is narrated by Nicola Colin, and then a guy that I don't know, Gwylem Lee, and I've been seeing them on Instagram, and they both sound amazing, and I do love Nicola Colin, and it's like super cool to, you know, listen to a book by an author I already love and an actress that I really like as well. And so I really want to read that, but it is a little bit longer, and my attention span when it comes to audiobooks has been tragic. And like, I do trust Lucy Parker to write a book that keeps my attention, but I am still a little bit worried about it, you know? So those are the main things, and like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And you know what? Like, Out of the Woods is absolutely screaming at me, and I bought some cute little gel pens today, like in pastel colors, so I could use it to annotate this. I have not annotated anything in 1,000 years. But then I'm like, maybe I should just actually be normal and read The Next Best Thing. I don't know if I mentioned this in here, but I started this already, and I read like 140 pages or something, and I was actually really enjoying it. But the problem was that I got distracted by all these other things, and now I'm like, am I in the mood for this, or what's happening? And so, yeah. I'm just gonna shut up and hope that somehow miraculously I learn to make decisions, because I fear I have been mood reading too close to the sun, and like, I need to somehow calm down, like a little bit, you know? So anyways.
Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Turn this room, turn it to an ocean. Let me float around. Eyes closed, like we're dreaming even when we're not. You and me got a whole other meaning, I don't know how. You and me just know how it feels when we're falling in love. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning.
Hello everyone, so it is time for an update. Happy Valentine's Day. It is Valentine's Day today, and I want to talk to you about some books. So this will be the final update for this video. I want to make one more vlog while I'm here. Also, I hope this lighting is okay. It's not the best angle, but I wanted to film in front of the pink background for the vibes. And yeah, so I have some exciting updates. And yeah, I want to start the other video because, you know, I feel like I have not edited this at all yet, so I don't know how long it is, but I'm guessing it's pretty long. So let's talk about what I've been reading. I did reread, is it Just for Tonight? Yeah, Just for Tonight by Rosie Adams. and loved it. And I'm not gonna say too much about it. It is like a New Year's Eve story technically, but it does not feel like that much at all. So like the main thing is that the main character's best friends are getting married the next day, and so they're in each other's proximity, and there's a lot of chemistry, and things go on from there. So that one is just literally like 50 pages, and I did start the like full story about them, which is How About Forever, and I'm only 36% of the way through, and so I obviously haven't finished it, but I'll be finishing it and talking about it more in the other vlog, and it is super fun. It's super fun so far. It basically follows them like 2 years later, and it's set in Vegas. It is just super fun. It's so easy to read. Like, Rilzy's such an incredible writer, where she writes stories that feel lighthearted and easy to get into, but at the same time the characters feel really well developed, and they're amazing, and it's addicting, and just absolutely perfect. So so I'm excited to read that. But then I also finished and read the whole thing of Love by Lou Willingham today, and that is a poetry collection also on Kindle Unlimited, and that's actually also like 55 pages, but I loved it. I've been desperately trying to find new poetry collections, and I love poetry. I've read a shit ton of it in my life, but in the past like year or two I've been really struggling to find it, and I don't think it's that nothing good is coming out, but it's just I need to dig deeper, and I don't really follow anyone that talks about poetry, and so that's like my main thing, you know, that I discover people, that I discover books through reviewers, and so that's a little bit difficult. But either way, I adored that. I loved this so much. So this is mostly about love. And so obviously I wanted to read it today as well, just because it came out today, but also like it is very fitting for Valentine's Day as well, honestly. It is love poems, but it also deals with grief and death and coping with loss, and it's melancholy and beautiful and meaningful, and I really enjoyed it. So I absolutely recommend that. I'm very happy that I read it. So that is that, and I don't really know what else. I mean, I do have one more, I think, last main update, which is that I have been reading I almost said Out on a Limb. I have been reading Out of the Woods. Have I talked about this book in here? I've definitely, yeah, I've talked about it in here. Look at the sprayed edges. Love that. So I am 92 pages in. I'm having a wonderful time. I bought some like little gel pens to annotate, and so I've been like highlighting in it a little bit. I don't really annotate, and like, first of all, I don't annotate super often. I haven't done it in a long time, which is why I really wanted to with this one. I've loved all of Hannah Bonham Young's books, but I've actually only read Out on a Limb physically and none of the others, and so I really wanted to make this special. And so yeah, but the main thing is like I underline and maybe make a little tiny comment, and I used to do like tabs as well, but those honestly kind of annoy me, and they felt like a lot of work and I didn't like how it, you know, sticks out, and like, yeah, you can make it not stick out. It is just, right now at this stage of my life, it is not for me, so I make it just really simple. And I used to be very against writing into books, and I understand if people don't want to do that, but obviously these are my books, and I only do it when they feel really special, when I'm completely sure I'm gonna be keeping it forever. And that is most certainly the case with this one. And so we have an established couple, Sarah and Caleb, and they've been married for like 17 years. And so they've known each other since they were like teenagers, maybe even before that, I'm not sure. No, I think teenagers. And so they got together really young, and they've been through a lot as well. Sarah lost her mother when she was 18, I think. And so they've been through a lot, and they love each other, but especially Sarah feels like they're just like, it's good together, but she feels like there's something missing in her life, in their relationship a little bit, and they just need a change. They need something new. And her best friend basically tells her about this like camping trip, for like retreat or whatever they call it, and basically like a hiking trip like that's a week long, and they're out in the wild in the woods, obviously, and without their phones and all of that, just, you know, kind of like disconnecting for a week, focusing on each other. And they both hate things like this. They've never done anything like that. They're very much underprepared, but I'm really loving it. It feels really honest. Like, so far, it feels so honest and raw and realistic and beautiful at the same time. And I do know that Hannah Bonam-Young wrote in the author note and on Instagram that this is a very personal story to her, because she was like this with her husband, that they've been together since they were really young, got married at 19 and that kind of thing. So obviously it is very personal, and it definitely shows through the pages in such a wonderful way. And I am loving it. So I will obviously be continuing this as well. And yeah, last thing I'm gonna mention, because I went out tonight and I had sushi and it was great. I was on a hunt for a notebook that I could use for poetry. I have I have maybe like 5 notebooks for poetry, and it just like every time like it just stimulates my mind, you know, like I need a new one for different vibes, and then I go back to use the other ones just randomly how it feels. And I've been really wanting one for like a month, and I just wanted to find one that would be absolutely perfect and would speak to me, it would call my name, and I found it. And I am literally obsessed with it. So there was a brand that I saw last week that I really liked. It was like hand painted and whatever, really expensive though, and I could not find the one that I liked from that today. And then I was looking around and my eyes caught this, and I'm literally obsessed with it. It screams my name in every single way. It is absolutely perfect. The only thing that wasn't perfect about it is I like the smaller notebook for poetry, like the, you know, just like the small, I don't know. I don't know the actual size of it. It doesn't matter, because this is perfect. It is from a brand called Peter Popper Press, and I looked online. They have so many lovely things, so at some point I think I'm gonna order some other stuff. But this is just so beautiful. I cannot get over it, and it's honestly making me so excited to write in it, and it's just perfection. It found me. It was the last copy of its kind. They had so many patterns, and this was on top. And yeah, it's also like the pattern stands out a little bit. And I don't have a single poetry notebook like this. Most of them have a softer, what's it called? Oh my god. What's the outside of, I forgot what the outside of the book is called. Notebook, whatever. Anyways, obsessed. And I wanted to share that. So that will be all. So I'm gonna shut up, and I will see you in the next video, where I share more of my cats and share more of my books. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you made it this far, leave a butterfly emoji down below, and thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'm gonna see you in the next video. Bye!